I say, oh, my Jesus. Skies of blue, once again, I'm laughing over things that goes to go. I'm staying. Laughing with my friends, but I can't stop. Keep myself from thinking, oh no. Wonder how, oh, you said together, oh yeah. So I said, oh, my dream will take me. Skies are blue, why don't we go to work, laughing with my friends, but I can't stop, keep myself from thinking, oh no. Wonder how, wonder things we have, songs we said together, oh yeah. So I said,
Okay, guys. A very good morning, guys, everyone. So today we have some participants here: Manish, Mitesh, Nandini, Anup, Siddharth, Sneha, Srinivas, Vandana, Mayur. Great. So, guys, if you have any questions, you're always welcome to ask during our demo session today, and also can post it in the chat. Let us it be a very interactive session today, and also for you to know what things happening around in the world of AI, right? So here, before going forward, let's, just wait for a minute or so where everybody can get adjusted. And anybody has any questions, post in the chat. Also, otherwise, raise your hand to ask a question so that I can give you a chance. And these are going to be very interactive sessions, guys. Our daily life classes. This session is particularly for you to, get clarifications on some of things, particularly of industry trends, about your career aspects, and as overall as well as individual, and the market, trends and salaries, and very much concerned about job placements and job security point of view. So I will try to address most of the important points, what has happening in the market, and what DataMinds is offering for as a bundle of courses for you, which we call full stack. So and how we play you as a mentor role, helping you, guiding you to learn and follow the approaches of roadmaps, right? So all those things are going to be there, exciting things as the journey begins. Today is a step one for all of you. I congratulate you, everyone, because you have taken one important step, in taking a leap forward to know what is data science, what is AI, what is DeepSeek, the trend happening in the market, and how you can learn, master, and try to generate some revenues. The whole idea of attending these courses, uh, definitely it is one part of to uh, generate some income for yourself in the form of job, but a professional job. But I would also say that this is sessions are, or the learning of this content is not just restricted to job oriented, but also more importantly than your graduation or your master's degree. This knowledge is important to transform your thought process, to help you to know what's happening around the world. These are more knowledge based, which is required as on date, as simple as that. I can say that, somebody who doesn't know how to use PhonePe, in 2017, when demonetization happened, and it was a struggle, suddenly, particularly village people or uneducated people, they raised alarm, say that I don't know how to use PhonePe. Narendra Modi has done a very drastic step, which is going to blunder the economy and all of it, so and so. I'm just telling you, everybody witnessed it. So, but immediately what happened? Maybe 1 or 2 months struggle it was there, but everybody started using digital platforms, right? And that's been history now, almost near to 6, 7 years. And today, even a single rupee, we are doing a PhonePe transaction in a form of a digital platform. So what I mean to say here in this message is that whether you are learning the subject for a job purpose or for knowledge purpose, this is going to be very much mandatory in today's market. And next 5, 10 years, without AI, without knowing the knowledge of AI and without the knowledge of technical platforms around the market, it's very difficult to even survive. I'm not even talking about job. I'm talking about how you have to learn, educate yourself. Educating self is one of the important part of, as a human evolution. I'm not just saying it's basically a graduation or a post-graduation, but it's very importantly to know, update yourself with this kind of, very important updates happening around the market. And to be smart, you have to step into the latest updates, current affairs, right? And today, as you see the screen, that is what the message is again, a deep seek. Okay, I would like to ask this question to you guys. What do you know about DeepSeek? And I would like just it to be interactive and share your information. It could be as silly as information, no problem. The whole idea is for you to gather some knowledge from the sessions and going forward. Okay, anybody can tell me what is a DeepSeek, guys? You heard about it? Yes. Manish, Mayur, Nandini, Anu. Okay, let me ask this question. Have you heard about DeepSeek? If you heard about DeepSeek, say 1 in the chat. If not, 0. We can start with first step. You can reply in the chat. If you heard about DeepSeek, please, type 1. If you haven't heard about DeepSeek, say 0. Yeah, good, great. Somebody has replied. Go ahead, guys, everyone. Active. Yeah, go ahead. Somebody wants to say something. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically it's an LLM launched by China, similar to ChatGPT, less expensive compared to other competitors in the market.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're bingo, 100% right. Anybody else would like to add some more points into it? Our daily classes will be like this only, guys. Please do not mind. Our lot of working professionals are also there who may feel that this has to be in a corporate style where we run PPTs and try to rush to complete our topics. We are no more rush to complete our topics in our daily classes also. This is going to be the interactive session just like this, because we wanted you to, we'll play tennis, right? it's not, we would like to play tennis where I hit the ball, you hit the ball. Let us play healthy tennis, which you can understand, learn at the same time. Okay. So anybody would like to add something more? DeepSeek. What is DeepSeek?
It's similar to OpenAI, right? ChatGPT or OpenAI.
Yes, absolutely right. It is very similar to OpenAI. Okay. Anybody else? Mitesh, Nandini, freshers also no problem. Please share your thoughts. Okay, I'm not here to judge you guys whether you're right or wrong. It's only to make you understand what's happening. Nandini, absolutely right. Nandini says 0. I don't know about DeepSeek, but I would love to know from this session. Yes, that this session is particularly aimed for you guys who don't know much things about it, but somebody already knows things. We are just going to clarify whether you are right or not. Right? The whole session is about, of course, we are going to speak about data science. We are going to speak about data analytics. We are going to speak about artificial intelligence and also DeepSeek. So we started the session with DeepSeek introduction. Just to tell you, our friends already shared that. Is it LLMs? 100% yes, LLMs. What you mean by LLMs? It's nothing but large language models. Large language models. First point. And it is very similar to OpenAI's ChatGPT, 100%, that is right. It is very similar to ChatGPT. If I can just take this now here to our demo, let's say some notes here, I can write it. Okay, I would love to use graphic pen, so I will just use that one. Yes, Manish, please go ahead. Somebody has some emergency, I won't stop you. So great. So large language models. Okay, so what are we discussing? What do you mean by this large language models? Or I would say model. Model is something where you are trying to make machine learn, where you're trying to learn, where you are trying to train, you're trying to learn, machine learn from data. This is a basic definition of what actually you all to mean to say is nothing but what is machine learning. You are basically, machine learning is something you're training the machine with some data. We'll talk about very detailed about data classes and all of it, but I'm just addressing what do you mean by DeepSeek here. Okay, DeepSeek. This is advanced AI, or I would say conversational AI, more particularly conversational AI, artificial intelligence. Conversational means a two-way conversation, like you and me, right? Based I'm asking some questions, you are responding to it in form of either text or in form of either voice. So what is the specialty about this DeepSeek? You are saying whatever is that, yes, I have tried with ChatGPT also. You can very well say that I have already tried this with something called ChatGPT. And ChatGPT 4 we are talking about. And this is a DeepSeek R1, the architectures, I'm just writing the model names. So what is the breakthrough that ChatGPT couldn't do and DeepSeek could do it? These both are advanced conversational AI. Something today you are seeing, like, I will just give at a very high level, like chatbots. Today you are going to any Amazon websites and you'll find that some chatbots are like AI-based chatbots. This is powered by something called natural language programming, NLP programming. Okay, so whatever you are doing, chatbots today, even chatbots pretty much like you are using day-to-day platforms, websites. This is powered by natural language program. Advanced part of it, natural language program, is nothing but large language model, and this model gets trained. This is nothing but the machine which we call as AI is getting trained from data. So this we call as advanced conversational AI models, and those examples are nothing but DeepSeek and ChatGPT. I hope, Nandini, you got some message and understanding about what we are talking about in the current context of 2025. So now, why there is ChatGPT is there? Why there is a buzz of DeepSeek here? Okay, if I give you little information on a very high level, not much too technical details or architecture point of view, now today, let's say a simple example where I say that there is a difference between your laptops. You have a laptop, okay, and let's suppose you are having a Core i3 model, okay, and Core i5 or i7. You see, let's suppose if I'm saying somewhere around Core i3 is around $350 if you try to purchase. Example I'm giving. I'm not saying that this is the same thing. Let's say Core i7, if you try to purchase, there would be something around $1,000. Example. Okay, both are laptops only. There is no doubt about that. Both are laptops only, but the configuration what you see is slightly different. This is computational configuration, computational efficiency. Of Core i7 is much larger than Core i3, or remember Pentium 1, Pentium 2, Pentium 3. Pentium 1, Pentium 2, Pentium 3. People who are like, at least 10 plus years experience with me along, probably remember in college days. There was Pentium 1, Pentium 2, Pentium 3. Of course, we have again, dual core processors and a lot of it. In simple words, I'm putting it. So same thing like this. Today's, we require, our laptops have CPU configurations, and in company laptops, you may have GPU configurations. But if you want the models to work upon very large, efficiency, we require TPU, tensor processing unit, which are powered by Google companies. Apart from this, why do we require this kind of configurations? You have a small to large, large to very large.
Good morning, sir.
Data. You have small to large, large to very large data. When you have very large data.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, please, 1 second, guys. Please, you can post it and let us continue this class. So small to large, large to very large data, what you have. So very large data, when you have, you require higher processing speeds. And today market, when we are addressing something called big data, particularly when we're talking big data. So ChatGPT and DeepSeek, when we say these are powerful man-made LLM machines, advanced, okay, powerful advanced LLMs, ChatGPT and DeepSeek. So here, what is amazing about DeepSeek ChatGPT is that if this model been trained at they built the company called OpenAI. They built a company, the OpenAI ChatGPT. They built at $100 million. They had to spend literally $100 million, okay, for creating ChatGPT. It's a US-based company, of course. Now there is a AI competition happening in the world. AI war, you can call. AI war is happening between America, Russia, and China. There is an AI war. You are not seeing the war literally. These days, the wars are happening in such a way that it is competing with each other. Now, what's happening around this? This China, okay, because of this war, the US people who manufactured NVIDIA chipsets, which are very advanced in the market. You will find this kind of in your laptops, as simple as that. Okay, the advanced model of NVIDIAs are powered by ChatGPT. And this AI, the America did not let this product of NVIDIA to be used by China companies. China, they have sanctioned imports. That means they did not allow imports, no imports. They did not allow the China market people to use these NVIDIA chipsets. They said that we want to be the #1 in the world, the US. So we will not give China people this NVIDIA chipsets so we can train. Now they spent around $100 million for this. Okay, OpenAI. Whereas DeepSeek, the China took it as a challenge, from spending $100 million, they completed this kind of LLM model within $6 million. $6 million. Imagine it is, guys, somebody please request you to mute your background noise in case if you don't have anything to speak or put in the chat. I hope this session is very informative for all the people who wanted to know a little about what is happening on DeepSeek area and around the world. So if you can see, it is less than the 1/10 of the cost where the companies, US markets, people who have trained, and trust me, in this $100 million, companies like who all invested, like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and many more companies have invested with donations to prepare this OpenAI ChatGPT. Hundreds of companies took part in this to prepare this ChatGPT, whereas DeepSeek, a single company in Hangzhou, they spent only $6 million with a very limited team. In 2025, you see that the more number of downloads for DeepSeek are more than ChatGPT. Both are conversational AIs. We'll not talk much about the details of conversational AI. Everybody knows how to use ChatGPT, but the amazing part is nothing but it is only requiring $6 million to reach up to a computational efficiency. Or they prepared the algorithms in such a way that they will be using very less computational efficiency, which is costing less than $6 million for them. I hope this is a little informative for you on DeepSeek, guys. So just to tell you that in the area of artificial intelligence, the latest products and revolutionary things are happening is DeepSeek. So we will not talk much more on the details of DeepSeek, but it is evolution of advanced AI. So to reach up to, to know knowledge about how to create and how to do these things. So there are something subject called LLMs, which is pretty much under the subject of generative AI. And to learn the basics of this, you need to know NLP, natural language processing, which is nothing but subject of NLP area. Before entering into understand all these things, you have to know also, if you want to, based on the products you want to build and all of it, you have to have an idea about machine learning and deep learning as a subjects. So what you can see is that machine learning is the core subject of, starting to begin your career in artificial intelligence. And deep learning models, which are based for your image-based recognition, voice-based recognition. Okay, these kind of patterns when you are seeing the data. This requires.
Sir, I have one query.
1 second, guys. 1 second. Let me finish, then I will give you a chance for asking the question, so that everybody follows a seat. Yeah? Different types of data, which is basically big data part. Okay. Under AI, now you see that the first step to begin is machine learning, second deep learning, or you will find projects in machine learning, you will find projects in deep learning, you will find projects in NLP, you'll find projects in LLMs, you'll find which is part of generative AI. And ideally companies like this are building very powerful algorithms in the market. Yeah, please ask me now, what is the question you have? Yeah, go ahead. Somebody has a doubt. Yeah, please take your time. You can ask me now. Yeah, I have somebody.
Sir, like I will do business analyst and means business analytics course. So for that, sir, machine learning is required or not?
See, these days, to use Swiggy, okay, everybody knows Swiggy, right? So everybody knows. How many people know there is a machine learning aspect in Swiggy? Okay, let me ask, what is Swiggy actually for? Swiggy is, we all feel that it's a food delivery app.
It's a food delivery app.
Yes, but what is one thing that without this, you will not use Swiggy? What is the main purpose of using Swiggy?
That by sitting in our home, we can deliver food and we can get food in our homes.
Okay, let's say my now time is around 11 AM and I'm very hungry for breakfast and I'm ordering it. Of course, they will deliver it me, but delivery by 5 PM. Will I take it?
No, sir.
Why? Because it's not only food delivery, but I am also expecting within at least maximum of 30 to 40 minutes maximum. Even if 40 minutes, everybody agrees that I will not actually use this. I may just go or adjust with something which can give me within 10 minutes or 30 or 40 minutes. So the very important feature in this Swiggy is about the delivery time. This is real-time delivery time, guys. Real-time delivery time predicted by machine learning. So many people don't know that Swiggy uses actually machine learning. So as I've told you, whether you are a data analyst aspirant or a business analyst aspirant, or somebody purely into CSC, IT, everybody needs to have this knowledge in the market. Currently, what's happening? Knowledge is 100%. And as I've told you, this is not for job perspective, but you have to learn all these things. So that's where we bring some program name called DSA. Our program name, trust me, this is not there anywhere currently, except DataMinds, because we are specialized in analytics and we understand the importance of trends happening in the market. Whether you are looking for a data analytics job, which is equivalent to business analyst, whether you are looking for data scientist job, DS, okay, which is a data science or machine learning. So we tell every of our students to go register our DSA program. Why? Because the DSA covers SQL, which is important for even 10th pass person. Second, Python. Today's even 7th, 8th standard people are learning Python. So these two programming languages which are covered under DSA. For people who want to do data analytics, business analytics specialization, we ask you to look more detailed into Power BI.
Okay.
Somebody who wants to focus on data science area, we ask them to focus on machine learning area more. So what's happening is that in this one track, we are covering SQL, Python, Power BI, and machine
Power
learning.
BI Tableau.
We are not covering Tableau. We have, please don't mind. We have removed Tableau because the current market leader in the market from last 3 years is Microsoft Power BI.
Microsoft Power BI.
Tableau or Power BI are both data visualization tools. So Tableau is owned by Salesforce company. Power BI is owned by Microsoft. Now, as you asked the question, rightly, then if I'm focusing on data analytics, then you choose SQL, Python, Power BI as your primary skills. If you are focusing on to become a data scientist, then you have to focus SQL, Python, machine learning. If you want
Sir, my background is I have done MBA in marketing and business analytics. So I want to grow my career as a business analytics. So I have to learn machine learning also.
It will be very added on, because let's suppose there are 3-4 people who are coming for you to compete you. You can say that I have knowledge on ML also. Even though you are machine learning analyst, business analyst, obviously you need to have knowledge upon what's happening in the area of analytics, because this all come under analytics area only.
Okay.
Also today is very important for you to have knowledge on the area.
Okay.
So guys, so our friend is asking same questions, and I have told that same thing. So whatever I just mentioned, this SQL, Python, Power BI as a main track for data analytics people, along with a little of advanced Excel. People with data science background, SQL mandatory they need to have, Python they have to focus upon, machine learning is something they have to focus upon. Now, somebody wants to focus upon AI, they have to start beginning with Python. SQL is for sure they're there. Machine learning, deep learning, and generative AI. These combination of programs are nothing but focused on what role you are playing with. So somebody asks me, sir, as our friend is asking, sir, is machine learning important for me? As I've told, to have an edge with other people, you should know ML. And our friend was asking again, sir, then data scientists need to know about deep learning. Yes, if you want to have edge over AI people, then or DA people, you need to have DL. And moreover, if you are able to even learn generative AI, which we are offering in our DSA course from DataMinds, along with the package free. So you can find that 30 hours of generative AI sessions are also very useful to create your LLM models, which I was talking about DeepSeek. So I hope people who have understood. Among this data analytics and data science, one thing is common is business statistics. We will be covering that also. Business statistics very importantly. So if I can show you this sheet now. We call this as roadmaps, guys. So somebody for a data scientist roadmap who basically focusing upon AI, ML, generative AI. So before that, let me just show quickly this one image of as a data scientist. You can see, you find that this is a roadmap, guys. So we will give you introduction to big data, Python analytics, Python advanced, business domain statistics, machine learning, and their own live projects along with deep learning subjects if you are looking forward for. If you are choosing for standard program or for premium program, these things will little differ. You can look at the roadmap for data scientists. So Python, machine learning, and these are very, very importantly along with the business statistics. These roadmaps will be given shared to you during classes. For a business analyst, we are covering Python along with big data introduction. And again, business domain statistics, which is very essential for business analyst people also, along with Power BI and SQL. And then you'll have live projects, right? These are some roadmaps for data analytics. I have some questions. Let's see. So data analyst having demands in, absolutely, there are a lot of demands in 2025. That's why you are here, guys. So let's see some more here. During our classes, one of the beauty of our classes is that we will give you a front go ahead about day one classes, what we start with covering. For example, let's say Python. We have a nice planner, and first 3 days starting from Monday, we will be covering big data introduction to know what is big data and why it is required for you to work in this. Because of the big data, you are working in data analytics and data science, guys. We'll be talking about day wise, day 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. We'll be covering all the topics along with OOPS, NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and statistical topics. You'll find that these are all day 40 topics up till day 40. Up till day 40, you'll find these topics are there, right? For machine learning also, we have nice day wise, day 1, day 2, day 3, what all we cover. We are giving you a very ahead before the topics even we cover. We will tell you which day we are standing. We'll give you nice roadmap, very detailed learning. This will help you to enhance your learning process very fast, right? Along with that, similarly, you'll have for SQL and Power BI also. So far, anybody, any doubts, guys? About projects with regards to healthcare, finance, retail, manufacturing, we have different use cases which we'll be covering. Predictive healthcare, fraud detection, credit scoring, customer segmentation, telecommunication, churn prediction. Like this, we have good number of projects, live projects, which we'll be covering. Particularly for premium, we cover all these projects. For standard people, we cover 2 projects for sure for your CV help preparation and everything. So some of the examples of some projects which we have taken 2004 whole as 1 year. You can see we have covered deployment part and different medical related, and again retail related, different projects we have done this. You can see this. Some of these are projects which I'm just showing you example where we have covered live project.
Called as dendrogram. Okay. In array, you're merging P3 with P1, P2.
So this is going to be very exciting sessions, guys. So I'm just giving you, we've been in the market from few years, very professionally, we've been organizing these classes and trying to complete on time and even before on time sometimes, because we are committed to complete all the courses. So as we speak about machine learning now, why do we have to choose Python? I'm not good with Python. Some people say that, why do we have to choose? Why? Because it's free. There are other machine learning softwares in the market, Azure, IBM, Amazon. There are a lot of softwares here, but we will be letting you know what are the pros and cons of these softwares compared to Python, and even comparing to C and Java, why Python is market leader. Why Python is a market leader compared to these programming languages. We will help you to learn Python during our courses, very detailed. And we will be covering some tools here, very importantly for deployment purpose, GitHub, Docker, AWS. We'll be covering these 3. We'll give you some knowledge on Azure. So why these are important, GitHub and all of these things. In real-time companies, these are the tools why we are using. Build, ship software on single collaborative platforms. Within the teams, how this GitHub is being used. Again, this Docker is another element, how we are deploying the models in real-time perspective. AWS is again nothing but why we are using, how we are deploying the models. We'll discuss very detailed end-to-end project using all this. For machine learning, again, in data science area, we'll be focusing on TensorFlow, Scikit, Pandas, Matplotlib. TensorFlow powered by Google, again, very, very powerful machines, particularly TensorFlow processing units. Now, these are the market leaders, and we will be working some of the APIs from this area, along with Scikit-learn also, guys. So this is nothing but machine learning in Python. We are using free open source libraries. So I will help you to work upon how to download this and how to work in these softwares with zero knowledge where you're starting from. These are simple, efficient tools for predictive data analytics. Okay, so few more things. Anybody any doubt so far in this context of whatever I'm speaking here? We will be using different IDEs, guys. Jupyter Notebook, VS Code, Spider, PyCharm. Of course, we will show you Google Colab also, which are like,
Sir, hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, business analytics scope is there or not currently in the year 2025?
We'll speak about general questions little later, Mithilesh. So I will speak about you. I already answered few things. I will also again attend to you. Those questions I will ask, I will be able to answer you at the end of the session. But so far, any technical questions? Technical questions, any doubts, guys? So far, whatever we discussed, technical questions. Yeah, anybody? There are roles, as I mentioned, business analyst roles, demand is there. You know, again, I've already mentioned it. So altogether, these tools are very important for you to work in this area, guys. Okay, anybody, any questions so far in this context? Okay, please, any questions? Great. If no questions, we'll continue the session. So what happens here, guys? Now, as I'm speaking about it, in real time, usually wherever you go about it, okay, let me just address before this. A lot of our friends are curious to know. So let's say data analyst is equal to business analyst. Please keep it in mind. Salaries. The data mines. So let's see here. We have created this particularly for our friends who want to know about a few things. Let's see if it's opening. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, I think I'm just missing that particular slide here. You of course, when you log into this, you will find that there is a salary, very detailed, nice information given. I think I'm unable to log into this now currently, but let me just once again see if it is there. Data mines, Instagram, images. If I have some salary breakup. Let's see, right. Yeah. Machine learning is there, of course. But I'm also interested to see data analytics. We have created this content for you guys only, particularly. Yeah. Let us see this. Let us basically ask our DeepSeek. Let us ask DeepSeek. Okay, business analyst for salaries, job security. Okay, our friend is asking this question. Let us ask a business analyst from DeepSeek what it thinks about it. DeepSeek is able to answer the conversational AI part of here. So here, let's see. So a requirement, basically plays a critical role in bridging the gap between business needs and technology solutions, right? He plays a very, very important role. 70% of the business side is handled by BA. So here, the entry level somewhere around, nearly to 6 lakhs per annum, the minimum side, India. 4 to 6 lakhs is a salary starting for entry level 0 to 2 years. Somebody between 2 to 5 years can easily make around 6 to 12 lakhs per year. And senior level people easily can make about 20 plus lakhs and so on. This is a very nice information given to you. I think, my friend, as you are looking for this will help you to answer your question and very detailed nicely. There is a definitely high demand are needed in most every industry, especially with rise of digital transformation and data-driven technologies, right? Whatever we're talking about the tools currently now. So this is definitely high demand, career growth, versatility. So this answers your question, right? Now, what is the difference between a BA and a DA? Again, as I told, our program is DSA program, which addresses both data analytics and data science. Please keep it in mind. DSA, which is nothing but having a DA, which is nothing but equivalent of BA. And this is equivalent of data science, machine learning, AI, all of it we are covering in one umbrella. So the major difference here between the DA and BA is that he is technical 70%, business side 30% functional. This guy is functional 70%, technical 30%. Please keep in mind. So, somebody can mute yourself, guys. There's been a lot of disturbance causing. So as you see, what is the difference between the tools when he learned? Of course, these both people are learning SQL, Python, Power BI. These two both are working on these tools only. Definitely, no doubt about that. But business analyst is more of a functional. When you mean functional, more towards subject matter expert. 70%. He is using these tools only, no doubt. But he's more towards subject matter expert, whether he's from retail industry, he's from finance industry, he's from marketing industry, whatever is subject matter expert of this area. Whereas data analyst is more 70% technical. He'll be more preparing these reports using this area. Okay. So the role and responsibility will depend upon your project. Please keep it in mind. Even though you're learning these things, the role and responsibility of your project will be varying for data analyst, business analyst, data scientist, machine learning, AI, right? So I'm addressing a lot of information, guys, here. And pretty much the scales of the salaries are same for everybody, even data scientists, data analytics, somewhere, even like countries, like, cities like in Hyderabad, you get definitely 6 LPA. Cities like Bangalore, even starting salaries are 12 LPA for Bangalore. This is for Hyderabad. This is just average of the salary. So people who worked in industry for even 10 years, they still don't have 6 lakhs, 8 lakhs package. But for a data scientist, a data analyst, a business analyst, these are the basic salaries. Okay. To further go this session, if I see Pawan, are you there, Pawan?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Great. Our friend, another expert in Power BI SQL, who is going to help you to learn this data analytics and business analytics. So we are here helping you to learn the tools, guys. Please keep it in mind. These tools will help you to learn the subject and work in a project. Okay. We are not writing your job description, or we are not writing your company role. It is a job, it is a need of the company who will write the job description, your role and responsibility. So as per the requirements, they use these tools, which are nothing but SQL, Power BI, Python for your DA analytics, and our Pawan will help you to understand more little about information on SQL and Power BI. So far, I was able to respond to you on, the latest happenings on LLMs and the importance of machine learning as a core subject. Few of these things I have covered, and the importance of Python, why you have to learn Python. Of course, you can work both data analytics and data science, which is the core programming language in 2025, at least to 2050, you'll find the same very, very importantly there. So I'll hand over to Pawan now to discuss something more about SQL and Power BI and outline some of the important things of both the tools. So handing over to you, Pawan.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And good morning, everyone. Am I audible? Sir, Excel is also mandatory. Okay. So Excel is the default tool which you must have. Whether you are into any role, it will be the bare minimum expectation that you'll be knowing some basic to advanced Excel whenever you require to use, like we are required to use, right? So there is no compromise in that. So Excel is a default tool that everyone should learn. Okay. And when it comes to Power BI and SQL, I'll give you the introduction level so that you could understand the importance of it. And then gradually we'll dive deeper into other things. Okay. So when it comes to Power BI, let us understand what is BI, right? What is BI? Business intelligence. So when it comes to business intelligence, you could understand that it is a broad umbrella where it covers each and everything. When it comes to technologies, whether it is reporting, whether it is databases related to analytical processing or predictive analytics, which you'll be dealing with the data science or data mining or descriptive analytics, all these technologies, they are they are the tools which is used to build strategies in the organizations, right? So whether it is a product service based organization, whether it is a product based organization, whether the decisions are related to pricing or the goals or any priorities or everything, both on the operational side as well as the strategic side, these technologies are implemented to help the organizations grow and compete with the competitors in the industry. Where do they get the data from? Either from the external sources or from the internal sources, right? Internal sources, you can call it as something called on-premises data. Okay. So this is some brief introduction about business intelligence. What are the advantages? Helps in improve decision making, where it could give you a clear picture of operations, what is being run in the organization, right? And it will help the organization to increase the efficiency and improve the efficiency as well as reduce the cost. Where are you stuck with? What are the redundant things which are happening in the organization? If you have the raw data, you'll not be able to understand, right? Only if you are able to visualize it, then you'll get able to get a clear picture of it. Okay, this is what something is happening. If I just throw 1 million rows at you and ask you like analyze it, so it will be difficult, right? So that is where these powerful tools will help you to understand and visualize and help the businesses to take wise decisions as well as actionable decisions to improve the customer satisfaction, to improve the products and services. You can name any application. What they'll be doing is continuously they'll be improving their products and applications and services. Whether it is banking, whether it is e-commerce, whether it is retail, or whether it is any mobile device or anything, continuous improvement, continuous upgradation of things are required, right? So to tailor and cater better services to the customers and clients, or you could say even the general users, right? Next, we'll have the competitive advantage. Why? Based upon the market scenarios, we'll be able to identify the threats and opportunities using the data, right? Even as sir rightly mentioned, the Swiggy, Zomato, all these, they are into machine learning. But again, even like in the back end, if you understand, how are you able to use that, data to understand and visualize is through these powerful tools which are like Power BI, SQL in the backend, right? Okay. So if you see here, with respect to BA tools, there is an organization called Gartner where they have did some research on different tools and they have classified into 4 different tools. Okay. We could say 4 different quadrants. All the different tools they have classified into 4 different quadrants. Challengers, leaders, niche players, right? Niche players as well as visionaries. So based upon the ability to execute as well as the completeness of vision, they have classified this. If you see in 2015, Tableau was the market leader. Click, Microsoft Power BI, MicroStrategy, and there were several other tools where they were far behind. Okay. Okay. I think this question sir will take at the end. Uh, Next, we'll try to understand as we move ahead. In 2016, you could say these 3 tools were competing, right? Tableau, Click, and Microsoft. Gradually, in 2017 and 2018, you can see Power BI started taking a lead along with the Tableau. From 2019, you can see Microsoft started, Power BI started taking a lead ahead of Tableau. From then, even if you see till 2024, right? Power BI is still, the market leader in the business intelligence domain, right? So although each and every tool has its own advantages and disadvantages, it is leading tool doesn't mean that other tools are not, useful. what is happening is due to the cost effectiveness and multiple things, projects related to Domo, projects related to Tableau, and many companies, they are trying to migrate all their projects to Microsoft Power BI. So keeping the future into consideration, they are migrating their projects. But again, you could understand the demand, there is a large vision, or you could say long-term vision for the Microsoft Power BI to create a good platform for all the people in the market and in the industry to cater better services, and it is continuously improving. Even this Power BI will be having regular updates. Every month we'll be having regular updates. So you have to continuously upskill, continuously keep on learning. Okay, when you are into the tech related roles, learning is something which you have to do it by default, whether you are 1 year experienced or whether you are 2 years like you are 10 years experienced, one will be continuously learning. Okay, so if you understand in the industry, there are different types of roles, right? So majorly with respect to data domain, you have certain roles. Like for example, data engineers, they are the people who are responsible for bringing the data to data analysts or data scientists or ML people, right? So these data engineers play a major role to bring the data by helping, us with by creating the data pipelines, dealing with the databases, the other data tools, and they bring the data, or you could say fetch the right kind of data to the other roles, right? So when it comes to data analyst, we'll be majorly focusing upon storytelling, data visualizations. We'll be working on business insights and regarding something called metrics and report, right? These are our core part when it comes to data analyst related thing. Okay. And data scientist and ML engineers part, like sir has mentioned, lot many things, and they'll be gradually understanding accordingly. And when it comes to Power BI, if someone asks you what is Power BI, you can call it as it is as a suite of tools for business intelligence. Okay. So again, you can help connect with various data sources. Power BI has the ability to connect with hundreds of data sources, right? And you can transform, clean the data, analyze the data, visualize the data, and share some actionable insights to your clients or to your customers, to the organizations, or to the senior management, so so that they can take the right decisions. Okay. So there are some components for it. Okay. For data acquisition, we have a component called Power Query, where it helps to acquire the data, connect with the data, clean the data, transform the data, shape our data according to analysis. In the backend, there is a language called as M language, which is called as mashup language, which runs in the backend. Again, I'll give you the understanding of M language. Gradually, you can dive deeper. But this is how Power Query editor. Power Query, if you're aware of it, in Excel also we have Power Query, right? So in 2015, like Microsoft Power BI, I would say Microsoft Power BI is formed with the help of Power Query and Power Pivot, which is present in Excel only. These both are powerful tools where Microsoft, realized that importance, and then they made, Power BI out of Excel. Okay, you could understand like that. It is a kind of uh, like better version for related to exclusively for data visualization. So when it comes to functionalities, features, and multiple things, Power BI Power Query Editor has much more features than Excel Power Query Editor. Okay, we'll dive into that each and everything in detail. Okay, and then we'll understand something called Power Pivot, which is related to data modeling. So data modeling is nothing but where you'll be having multiple tables, and you need to have, understand how the relationships could be, created between them to analyze and, visualize the data. So data modeling, you could say it is heart and soul of, the model that you'll be creating. Otherwise, without proper data model, without proper relationships, other things which you learn, like each and everything with the components what I'm discussing, it is interrelated with each other. Without one part, other part can't be done, right? So each and everything you have to learn in detail. And when it comes to DAX, it is a formula language where it is like you can understand data analysis expressions. Okay, D in data, A in analysis, and X in expressions. You could say it is helpful to perform calculations which has the capabilities to improve your data model. right? Whether you will be calculating measures, calculated columns, or calculated tables, or whether you will be, like performing the key or like creating the key performance indicators. For all each and everything, you'll be using DAX. Okay. Next, what do we have is for reporting and visualization authoring. We have something called Power BI Desktop, which we'll be using by default. Apart from this, in cloud, I could say in the browser, you can use something called Power BI Service, where you can use the similar features, but no, you must have the required license to enable some features. But again, for the representation purpose or for access, we have Power BI mobile apps where people could access using smartphones and tablets, right? Next, we have some additional components where we'll not be dealing with that currently. But again, when you enter into the industry and you work at senior level, then there will be exclusively certain things like Power BI report server, where it is a kind of on-premises version for that particular organization. Power BI provides such services exclusively for such companies so that they keep their data confidentially within their organization. They don't want to share with even Microsoft. So Microsoft will provide separate servers and each and everything resources so that the organization could do their work accordingly. They'll be paying some license fee accordingly. Next, we have something called Power BI Report Builder, where organizations they create paginated reports for crystal and clear printing and distribution. Okay, just like we have invoice statements and all those things, you can print your data like with respect to this paginated reports, and you can distribute it right wherever it is required. You can create such dynamic and I could say clear reports which are required. Next, we have data flows and data marts. They are kind of data refresh processes which can keep your models up to date, right? Especially for respective required analysis. So I hope you are able to understand the components. We'll understand few building blocks. So we build the reports with the help of data sets, right? We build the reports with the help of data sets. The reports consist of different visualizations, right? Report consists of something called visualizations. This visualization, like these reports, when you create multiple reports, and if you want to provide the summary of all these reports in one single page, you'll be creating something called dashboard. People usually they have a misconception that reports and dashboards are one and the same. In Power BI, it is not the same. Actually, these dashboards are created in Power BI service, which is cloud based. Reports will be creating in Power BI desktop, which could be installed in a desktop, right? And these visualizations, which are when we create the dashboards, those visualizations they are called as files. Okay, in dashboards they are called as files. So this is some relationship. These are the terminologies which you could understand, and these are some building blocks. Okay, gradually we'll understand, and dive deeper. In Power BI, we'll understand, from the basics where we'll learn related to data extraction from different sources, right? Different sources. Next, then we'll understand something called data transformation by using our Power Query editor in detail. After understanding how to extract and transform, we'll understand data modeling, how to model the data and create appropriate relationships. And we'll see the nuances of it, how to deal with inactive active relationships, what is cardinality, how to deal with different schemas. All those things will dive deeper and understand better. Next, after some data modeling, we'll understand DAX, which is called data analysis expressions, which could enhance our data model, right? So which will help us to perform the calculations which are required on the data model. So when each and every process, this is a step-by-step process which will be going through. Once you are good with DAX and you have cleaned the data, you have modeled the data, and you have created to necessary DAX for performing calculations, then we'll understand something called data visualizations, right? So there are certain features and there are several visuals, default visuals, custom visuals. There are certain features which you need to understand in Power BI desktop. All those things will understand each and every feature in data visualization. Then we'll work on reporting. It will create one or two reports depending on the time availability, and I'll dive, like I'll just demonstrate even, like help you understand things in detail regarding the reporting. Once the reporting part is done, we'll understand something called data distribution. What is data distribution? Where we'll be understanding Power BI service. Okay, this Power BI service is nothing but once you are done with all the things from basic to end, you must be sharing with the clients, right? So few things you have to take care of, whether it is a data refresh processes, whether it is something related to gateways, whether it is license related thing. So all those things will cover in data distribution part. So this would be from the this would be like 7 steps, right? This would be our 7 steps which will be following from the beginning till the end as a major pillars of it, right? I could say, right? So next thing what we'll be understanding is, right, I hope you are able to understand what we'll be learning in Power BI. Okay, there will be around 20 to 25 sessions. So in detailed on that, right? And when it comes to SQL, I'll just show you what we'll be learning, right? SQL, we have different database management systems. Again, since we are dealing with Microsoft ecosystem, we'll be learning exclusively SQL Server. You can ask me, sir, like what about other SQL like PostgreSQL or MySQL or any other SQL language? You can understand that SQL, if it is a general language, each and every organization has created, their own, customized SQL language. So like that, Microsoft has, created the SQL Server interface. Right, in the backend, we'll be using something called TSQL, okay, Transact SQL. But again, this is important. If you suppose that tomorrow you'll get into some other organization where you'll be having some different SQL, need not worry. The syntax differences will only be maybe 5 to 10%, not more than that. Syntaxes, you can, if you are good with concepts, syntaxes by Google search you can get it. So here there may be one function name, there it will be some different function name. That is all the differences that you'll be able to see. Conceptually, things are mostly one and the same, right? So you need not panic for that. Next thing is when it comes to topic, we'll start with introduction, understand what are different models. We'll understand from scratch how to create databases, schemas, tables, understand various data types, different SQL commands, keys and constraints. We'll understand what is cascading referential integrity constraints. We'll understand various alter commands which are required, right? Identity related functions. Next, joins, different various joins, whether it is inner, left, right, cross join, self join, all the different joins, set operators, aggregation functions, group by, having, order by, different operators, right? Not only one operator, but different operators. Select into statement, insert into string functions and datetime functions. There are various functions, mathematical functions, cursor functions. There are various functions, but these are two important, set of inbuilt functions which you'll be using on day-to-day basis. Other of course, we'll dive deeper and understand, many functions, how they perform and all those things. Once you are good with that, I'll be laying some strong foundations for you to deal like gradually when you even if you write complex queries, each and everything in those functions which will be helpful for you, right? We'll dive deeper. Like these are till some, you could say, basic to intermediate concepts till here. Next, gradually we'll dive some intermediate to advanced level concepts, right? So you can understand this will be your advanced intermediate to advanced level concepts. Subqueries, right? Exist and not exist operators, CTEs, recursive CTEs, views, temporary tables, stored procedures, user defined functions. We studied inbuilt functions, right? So we will be discussing about uh, so we'll be in like we'll be like discussing we have like we'll be learning about inbuilt functions here, and later we'll understand what are user defined functions. Okay, so there are many features where users can make their own functions or their own different set of things. I'll be explaining in detail about those. So once those are understood, then we'll understand what is cross apply, outer apply, what are different window analytic functions, which they are very key functions which will help us and to reduce the efforts, optimize the queries and do multiple things. Then indexes and these things, or you could say the part of performance improvement related things only. But uh, rather than diving in the different aspect, I'll just try to give you a good understanding of it, and we'll gradually move into the other topics, right? So within these things, you could see at the end topics, we'll understand transactions, computed columns, try-catch blocks, cube, roll-up, grouping sets, how to pivot and unpivot the data, case when statements, merge statements, right? Cursors, how to do that row by row or fetching operations. Triggers, triggers will be our end topic in the advanced SQL, where we'll talk about especially DDL and DML triggers. So even if you are 2 to 3 years experience, your as far my experience is concerned, interviewer your interviewer will not ask questions beyond this. Once you are good with all the concepts holistically and you keep on practicing on regular basis, I'll show you the I'll refer you the sources to practice, as well as I'll at the end I'll be taking some case studies. Okay, so that whatever we have studied, we'll try to we'll try to practice those so that you could gain confidence, right? So this is all about SQL and Power BI curriculum, which will be dealing with that. Again, these sessions, since it will take some time, will be like considering at least nearly 20 sessions or 20 plus sessions for this SQL, right? So I hope I have conveyed the respective things with respect to Power BI and SQL. I would, request everyone, if you have any sort of queries or doubts on these things related to Power BI and SQL, I would request you to, talk about it. And someone asked about Excel, right? So Excel, like I assume that you'll be having some basic SQL knowledge, but again, all the necessary important concepts which you will be requiring related to intermediate to advanced level SQL, will be like will be providing you the knowledge, and gradually you could build upon those things, right? And Excel, it is a non-negotiable thing which you have to learn by default. Okay, no one like Excel. These tools are again just like an ocean. Once your foundations are laid, you have to gradually keep on practicing on daily basis. Okay, I hope I have conveyed my these things clearly. I would request everyone to feel free to ask any questions. We'll be happy to answer.
Okay. One quick question here. So Power BI will be using for data streamlining also, or only for reports?
Data streaming, are you
Data,
asked?
no, data streamlining.
Okay, data streamline. Okay. The
Hmm.
thing is, there are, okay, it is a Microsoft Power BI, it is a part of Microsoft Power Platform as well as Microsoft Fabric. Okay,
Okay.
so these days things are, rapidly changing. And of course, earlier in the beginning part, like before 2 years, Power BI, no one knew that Power BI could, grab this much importance. But again, when Fabric has, has brought into the has been brought into the picture, it has become, a part of Microsoft Fabric. You could say pipeline. Okay, we can't say pipeline, but you could say it is a part of common platform where you'll be having several tools. Okay, for example, I'll tell you whether it is I'll tell you whether it is data engineers related thing, whether it is data, you could say basis related tools, whether it is data, you know, science related tools, or you could say you have many components in Azure Synapse, right? Azure real-time analytics or real-time analytics. You can understand Power BI is also part of it when it comes to visualization part, and there is something called data activator. So all these fabric related things, there is one platform where they fetch the data from. We call it as something called one lake. What is it called as? One lake. And this one lake, it is supported by other, could say data storage. Okay. For don't worry that you can understand. It is it is supported by something called as Azure data lake storage Gen 2. Okay. So you could understand there is a huge way where it is, part of that common platform, and projects are interrelated to each other depending on the level of, expertise that you'll be playing with, and the kind of domain that you are into, and kind of utilization projects, and multiple factors will be affected. But again, if you get into gradually BA roles or Power BI roles, where you'll be requiring this Excel, SQL, Power BI knowledge, gradually you'll be exploring this Azure cloud related things. And then whether, depending on your interest, whether you want to, get into Power Platform related things, or Fabric related things, or data science related things, or any other, specific interest of you, you can like explore, there is a long path ahead. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So
Making sense?
okay, yeah, it's making sense.
Yes,
But
yes.
specifically Power BI, what you're saying, it's only for reporting, but we can't streamline the data.
Real-time streaming is also there, but it has
No, no,
its
no,
own limitations.
not streamline. Streamline data, data
Okay, stream.
streamlining,
Okay,
data
so it is.
streamlining.
Okay, I understand, but like I think Microsoft is gradually working on that part. Like maybe slowly, things
Okay,
will drastically change. Very soon.
okay. So anywhere
Okay,
we are covering this streamlining of data within the course.
streamlining of data. See, the thing
The,
is,
it's a part of data engineering.
it's part of data engineering. Actually, like when it comes to ETL processes or ELT
Hmm.
process, that you'll be talking exclusively about data engineering. Again, that is whole different thing, right?
Okay,
Where you'll
okay.
be exclusively talking about data pipelines. All they are,
Hmm.
there are other tools to deal with that,
Hmm.
especially like Alteryx or Talent, or when it comes to Azure, we have Azure Data Factory, right?
Hmm.
There is Informatica. All these tools are helpful for that streamlined data which you are mentioning about, right? So
Okay,
that tools, they are like, if at all you are into this visualization part or BA part, you'll not be using those tools. At least like if at all you are exclusively interested in those parts, you have to plan for ETL developer roles. That would be
okay.
best suitable roles. Okay, so again, they are vast tools. You have to spend quite amount of time. Again, gradually, of course, each and every things is important to have knowledge. You have to gradually learn. When you enter into some organizations, big four and other companies, you'll be able to widely able to see usage of Alteryx or usage of Azure Data Factory and all these things. Especially ETL roles combined with visualizations, it would be again a good thing. Apart from this, if you understand, there is a pack like MSBA stack, which is called as SQL Server Integration Services, like analysis services as well as reporting services. Again, although they are little older part, but again, just like since we have other tools into the market, they are little like, of course, still many organizations do use them with some limitations. Okay, hope you could understand, right?
Yeah.
Did I answer your
Okay.
query?
Yeah. 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 Yep. That's
Okay.
fine.
And when it comes to Microsoft official certification, we have something called PL300. PL300 is an official Microsoft certification, and the curriculum which will be covering, like it will be completely in practical part. And gradually, if you understand the theoretical part of it, I'll be guiding you like accordingly. So even once you learn these things, you'll be able to once you see the curriculum, like you could gradually understand the theoretical part of it, and once you are good with practical part, you'll be good enough to cover that 60 to 70% of the curriculum. Rest 30 to 40%, the theoretical part, you have to anyway equip yourself accordingly. Gradually it will be the consistency and continuous practice is required. Okay, and when it comes to SQL, there is like there is no such official certification for this. But again, earlier it was there long back, but again, later they were all I know removed, and you can just focus on this one certification if you want to have some official certification with respect to Microsoft. And gradually, if you want to focus on Fabric and other things, you can focus on something called DP600. And AI related, there are A104 or A900, all those, certifications are there. Once you enter into the industry, your organizations will be sponsoring for you to, do these certifications where you can have an edge in increasing your salaries. Right? Any other questions, anyone? Any other queries, anyone? Okay. If no, I'll hand over to sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Pawan. It's a lovely session and knowledge sharing by you. So it is simple, guys. Everybody to know this is that we are first giving you a clear curriculum sheet here, which defines that what are the contents we are covering. Okay, because when you go to BTech program or a BA program or a BCA program, college graduation or anything, or any part of course, you are basically much look into curriculum part. And curriculum, what we are covering is experience level. What is experience level? The same concepts can be taught for a 7th standard, 10th standard, a PhD guy, for a working professional with. Now we are covering something we call as 3 years experience knowledge, guys. So for example, the Power BI or SQL or Python is also done by industry experts, 10 plus years experience, 20 years guys also. So the expertise lies in the problem solving ability, right? So whatever the contents and the practicality we are covering is equal to 3 plus years experience. That means you can gain an experience, expertise knowledge for 3 years. Of course, many of the people even put 5 plus years experience and enter the market. That's a different scene because they have a very good communication skills, command over the knowledge and previous IT background. But what we are trying to promote here simple is that you can post 3 years experience as a data analyst and not a Power BI expert or Excel expert, because data analyst is a coverage of 3 different areas: Python, SQL, Power BI. So when Pawan was commenting upon all of you, few of the micro level of concepts, which basically is project specific and requirement specific. Based upon that only is something which is there. So as a guidelines for, Srinivas, as you can see, the guidelines for PL 300, what is the content is what we are covering as per prescribed from Microsoft company certification point of example. I'm just giving an example. Similarly, our data science area and AI area also, data science and AI also, we highly recommend that our course is equivalent to 3 years of experience, real-time experience. Again, the projects and delivery overall, the kind of roadmap we give, the length, breadth, and depth of the contents is equal to 3 years experience. Please keep it in mind. So see, these are some important, information. And it's a platform to you to start from 0 years experience, 1, 2, and 3 years. The way we speak, the insights, the informations, all these things are reflecting 3 years knowledge. What we expect in the interviews, what we expect from the candidate to work in what way he speaks. All these things are, based on 3 years experience content. Of course, we are all an average experience around, myself 17 years in the industry, leading as program head and various roles I played. So this is my LinkedIn, guys, just for little information. Today, we found out of some of the problem statements in the market, then the DataMinds emerged. So I started my career as a skill developer after passing out from leading tier 1 institutes, including BITS there. So I was spending my time, as a client consulting role in UAE, Dubai, and majority of my time starting my, career in Accenture, and wide variety of softwares. Particularly, I was from Oracle ERP background, property specialization until 2013-14, where I moved into data science and machine learning area. One of my wonderful experiences as a data science manager in Acolyte Digital, where I was reporting to Chief Digital Officer in Singapore, overlooking 13-14 countries, Cambodia, Japan, Malaysia, Thailand, some of the countries like this, where we're leading dashboard platforms and preparing some MLDL products. So until 2021-22, where I have started DataMinds. Consulting area is majorly our area, product development and trainings. We have incorporated corporate trainings in this area because our clients require specialized skill sets, freshers to senior guys. So we are in that kind of specialization where we are leading in these areas. So that is a little profile of ourselves, as a company, DataMindsAnalytics Private Limited. And so before going and closing the session, just let me give you a demo of Python for people who are like, very, very first time for Python. And let me give you a simple demo of NLP project. Terminal, Jupyter Notebook. This is one of the popular, very important ID. We'll be starting to learn with the beginner level. So if I can show you simple, let's say, before going on, I'll just show you how the Python works for the completely new beginners with Python. This is how it opens in a web browser, simple to use. And unlike other programming languages, Python is a modern day programming language where I start giving some information and it starts calculating and giving in a smart way, guys. So it doesn't require any, initializations. It doesn't require any APIs, libraries at the very initial to do basic things. And Python is really smart in this area. And let's say, hello world. This is how you tend to start working in Python. Right? Very simple and straightforward. Import datetime dot now is one of the libraries where you have extensive libraries in this. Like this, we have Scikit, Pandas, Matplotlib, different modules, external also, which will help us to work in area of machine learning, deep learning, and computer vision, and all of so forth. And along with the data analytics also, Pandas will help you to how to work with the data manipulation part. This is another API. Fast, powerful, flexible, easy to use data analytics and manipulation tool, which will here. I'll guide you through the programming, which begins from next week, Monday, first day, big data introduction, very important. The way you are going to use Python will help you to understand these areas. So a quick, simple demo of one of the simple, basic, what LLMs you mean, starting from NLP. And the NLP is simple, analyzer on text-based. You can see that we have been, just as analytical library, I'm importing something called sentiment analyzer. I'm loading this. And let's say this is again, I'm loading some of the libraries here. Let's say remove this output, clear, load this. Let's say I'm just make sure that, let's say, see the text here. Basically, it's nothing but like Google reviews you'll find, right? Some of the reviews, if you give this data, this function, this nothing but API can detect whether it's a positive review or a negative review. When you and me looking at it as if human language, it's easy for us to say that it's a positive language. But let's say how this AI is predicting it based on some of the libraries and scores. Here we got using these APIs as neutral 0.63, positive as 0.36, negative as 0.0. That means there is no negative aspect in this, either positive or neutral based on the text. The overall sentiment here seems to be a positive score. So this whole text, DataMindsAnalytics is a good consulting company, creative positive input. What you understand by this is that text-based analytics, when you see the AI, the library, analytical library has read everything and it is able to give us a positive feedback. So like this Google reviews, whenever we have, right? So we can see whether it is a positive sentiment or a negative sentiment. So what you can see here, I love this product. It's amazing. It's a kind of a text statement. It shows that it's a positive set. Again, negative also you can try, of course, when it is negative, of course, it will show negative. Food was not tasty, and worst, they take too much time not even getting biryani, like example. So here, probably, we don't recommend this restaurant. What is the problem here? Sentiment shows positive. I think a little error here because negative is 0.04 for sure. Maybe have to keep running this a little bit couple of times, and maybe have to check the error here. But it's an overall negative sentiment. But based on the words, it is not showing too much of negative, but you and I know that is negative. So we may have to rework on this slightly, on the text part of it. So this is simple examples, how to work and going forward. We have a lot of content to cover in coming days, a lot of information to share during our later classes. And trust me, please keep it in mind. We are only helping you to and guiding you to achieve your dream jobs. We don't promise any jobs, and many of our students successfully got placed as through our roadmaps, and we are here only out of passion, helping you out to understand the subject, learn the subject professionally. We keep updating our syllabus every 3-6 months, for keeping it very competitive in the market. And this course can be learned by any background people, working professionals, non-working professionals, BCom, BSc, BTech, everybody who wants to take a command in this area of data science and machine learning. Any particular customized requirements you have, that I think you have to work and solve, that is what is called consulting area basically. Apart from this, we have a standard syllabus. You can compare same thing with any of the premier competitive, market. We compare ourselves with the leaders in the market, not with any, regular institutes. So you can compare with Great Learning, you can compare with Scalar, you can compare it with Upgrade, see their syllabus contents, see our syllabus contents, see the approach, see the mentorship, how it follows, all those things. Instead of paying 3.5 5 lakh rupees for this kind of courses, we try to keep it very tight budgetary for covering all the audience. So that is basically something about from DataMinds in today's demo, guys. And a lot of things we also, our every demo also comes up with variations. This demo also has little variation in which we covered today. So I'm okay to take any questions, guys, now. Definitely 100%. Dubai, I was there. There is a great demand, minimum $30,000-$40,000 dirhams. You have the starting job salary is there, but again, you have to be independently working. Any part of on-site, whenever you try to work, you have to have an independent nature. Be ready to work with multiple areas, not just data science and analytics. Sometimes data engineering also, sometimes ETL, sometimes completely in software, which in 1980s also they might have manufactured. Be ready. Independent, anytime. On-site jobs are always require you to be an individual contributor working on by self. India, you have large teams, a lot of people, a lot of knowledge to share in, learn things. So it's a completely different ball game in India. Abroad, it is different. Yeah.
So that, that question asked me. At present, I'm in Dubai. I'm working as a digital marketing specialist. So I would like to learn data analytics. And if I learn this course, complete course, should I can I maintain individually these projects whatever you're
See,
saying,
what
like
happens is that
data?
which company you're working in there?
Here I'm insurance broker as a digital marketing specialist
Okay.
for Omega.
You know very well. Sorry, which company you said?
Omega Insurance Brokers.
Omega Insurance, yeah. So as you know, the IT teams are very less in number. You know that very well.
Yes,
Hardly
yeah,
3-4 people.
that's
That
what.
is the reason I say that there are these, like not like in India where you have development centers where one project, you have project head, project manager, IT specialist, and 10 different data scientists, data analytics. It's not like in India, like you have 30-40 members team where you can learn and engage with each other. In countries like Dubai and UAE and different areas, we have restricted consulting IT teams, only 3-4 people. So when I say
Yes.
data science area, might again you may be having only 2-3 people who are supposed to either get the work done by some projects in the form of from countries like India, or otherwise do it by self. So then learning that kind of ability and getting that salary, obviously 30-40 dirhams per month minimum salary what they give, but you have to be very much independent contributor. So coming from digital marketing area, I won't say that from existing company you have to make some changes. Of course, you can't you post it as a digital marketer in your CV. Post it as a data scientist, data analyst. I will guide you through how to prepare CV preparation in placement assistance. What are the keywords you have? And it's a trust and try. I won't say that directly you may feel little heat, but if you have a passion and if you have a great learning skills, definitely you can fit it. But what I say, can I do it? That is something which you have to answer. But somebody has done it. Yes, many people have done it.
Okay, definitely. Please let me through this, sir, because I'm in Dubai almost 3 years. I would like to learn data and employ. Now what happened? All like banking and insurance sector, they are improving actually. Or like a lot of people they are changing.
Always what you can trying out with small consulting firms. I was in Dubai for so many years, and I know a lot of companies are there in Silicon Valley and Silicon Oasis basically.
Oasis.
You find that you'll find Media City also, you'll find Internet City, you'll find consulting firms. Try to attack consulting firms because they don't care about whether I've been part of Nakhil MR Properties, and I've been part of MPM Properties in Abu Dhabi, and also Emirates Post Office. I started career my and you know that this. So when small companies, they will give you opportunity. 1, 2, 3 projects you are hands on. I think will help you out, because if you're in a consulting role, in a client role, the pressure may be more. But if you're in a consulting role, it is basically based on the project requirement. They'll hire you and they may also fire you, but you will get more knowledge while you are working on multiple projects.
Yes, yes. Sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the guidance.
So Anusha, Ankam, Nandini, Anoop, Samba, Srinivas, I hope everybody have some good information about all of it. So we'll help you to how to cover your gap and experiences, how to put it in placement assistance part of it. All freshers as well as experienced guys. For freshers, we will give you some people who are going for premium, will give you internship certificates. We have again very beautiful program called Work and Learn program, which you can ask. We'll give you genuine 1-year experience letter. So these are again only freebies for some of our freshers, but working professionals also, you are in our context, in my context, if you don't know these tools, so you are also fresher in context of DataMinds. So you are learning in a way from 0, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but you can put relevant experience as data science for 3+. Your experience overall may be 15, 20 years experience, but relevant experience on the tools matters when you are going for the salaries will be definitely as per the market standards what you're currently getting CTC. So don't think that you are getting a fresher salary. You will be, if you're 10 years experience in IT, and you will be going along with the same salary with 30 to 40% hike from the current CTC. So, but transforming skills always require this, and many people have done it earlier, and you will be joining among those things. That's it. So in a final summary, I'll tell you this, guys, don't learn the subject just for job perspective. Learn the subject something because you don't know these tools and how this works in the industry and how it will change your thinking process. There is a difference between educated person and uneducated. Why? Because the logical reasoning or thinking ability of an educated person is different from uneducated person. Same thing, the logical reasoning and of understanding of this analytics is very different from software world. Analytics is ways, basically, I would say it's a way of thinking. It's not basically some tools you are learning. You are actually finding some insights through your mind by gaining more knowledge in this area. Fine, guys. I hope everybody loved. So anybody want individual appointments, you can consult our team. You can consult our team and they will give you some appointment. Of course, consultation they can be arranging for me. And yeah, that's it. Finally, guys. So some of our demo day discounts are happening. Somebody who would be registering only for today, I think our team will help you to close on today's deal. And thank you, guys, and happy learning. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.